G'day, my name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that lost that love and feeling and still hasn't found what it's looking for. Our two team captains each and every week are the air that I breathe, Alan Bro, and the wind beneath my wings, Miff Warhurst. Alan's first guest tonight is hugely well known throughout the toddler world as the clean-cut yellow wiggle. What they don't know is that he also has tattoos. That's right, he's hard and street but yellow and smiley. He's Sam Moran. Alan's second team member tonight called his comedy festival show Happy to Be Out of the House, then injured his knee and spent 6 weeks stuck in the house. If you look up irony in the dictionary, you'll see a photo of his x-rays. Welcome back, Dave O'Neill. This first guest tonight is a British singer-songwriter whose unique performances often involve a large kitchen knife that she rubs across her guitar strings. This gives her both an interesting sound and very few hecklers. Please welcome Gemma Ray. And this final guest tonight is a comedian who was sacked from an English radio station for treason. He's here because the Queen still thinks transportation to Australia is a punishment. Please welcome Tom Binns. I'd like to start with you, Tom. Exactly what were the circumstances that led to you being sacked for treason?
It was this Christmas Day, 3 o'clock in England. That's when the Queen's Christmas message comes on.
Yep.
But not on my station and in my show, but it came on in my station in my show.
Well, so, accidentally?
Accidentally. I opened up the fader for the news and there was the Queen doing a blah, blah message.
Right.
Now, I probably should have let it run until she'd finished.
But you interrupted it.
With some jokes about the way she sounded.
Well, let's have a listen. We've got a copy of what actually happened. This is how Tom interrupted the Queen.
And give skills, lend advice and encourage enterprise. It is inspiring to learn of some of the work being done by these young people.
That's the Queen there. 2 words. Boring.
It gets worse after that.
It gets much worse. My next record was George Michael, so I said, well, from one Queen to another. But then I got a few complaints on the text, and people were saying, you know, you can't do this. And the big argument for the royal family in England is that they're great for tourists. And I said, well, yeah, but the French executed their royal family and people still visit France. So maybe we should try that. And I think that's probably where it went.
This is officially the first person on our show that's been sacked for treason.
Yeah, well, I'm very proud of it. It's also the 24th time I've been sacked in 24 years.
What?
Really?
How?
Well, if I could tell you all the other stories, I'd get sacked from this show right now. I hold the largest record in Europe for, well, at the time, I got a $100,000 fine for a thing I said about a pig.
What did you say about a pig? Was it rude?
It was rude about a pig. It was...
And the pig got upset.
The pig was having a great time, but that was the problem.
Let's kick on into round 1. Miff and Alan are going to pick a topic that everybody will be quizzed on. Your choices tonight are groundbreakers, rock icons, tribute records, and impersonators. Alan, you can pick first.
I'm going to pick rock icons, please.
Certainly. Miff?
Groundbreakers?
Yes, we'll start with rock icons. Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play Spicks and Specks. First question for 1 point. What was the usual choice of stage outfit for iconic Australian rock chick Chrissy Amphlett? Yes.
School uniform.
Yes, a school uniform. Next question. This is Misery, featuring a female rocker from the US and one of the bad boys from Boston. For 2 points, name the 2 modern rock icons.
One more heartache for me. Another night.
Yes.
Christina Aguilera.
And?
Is it Steve Tyler?
It was Steve Tyler from Aerosmith.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. But it wasn't Christina Aguilera, so I'm going to throw it to this side. Does anyone on this side know?
Britney.
No, it was Pink.
Oh!
Finally, have a look at these 3 statues of rock icons. 1 in LA, 1 in London, 1 in Fremantle. For 3 points, name all 3 musicians. Yes.
That'd be Johnny Ramone, wouldn't it?
Yes, it is Johnny Ramone.
Bon Scott.
Yes.
And it's Freddie Mercury on
3 points out of 3. I was going to bring this up with you later, Gemma, but I understand you have a very unusual phobia.
I don't know, I must not be the only person in the world who can't deal with crabs. I do have a bad problem with crabs.
No, Tommy, no more jokes. But it's not like Oh, they're a bit icky. You have an actual phobia of...
Yeah, just that stupid irrational thing past the fishmongers, you know, all the men there with the white wellies, kind of just, that's enough to freak me out.
A plastic
you know.
one? A plastic one would freak you out?
Plastic one would partially freak me out,
Am I freaking you out now?
No. Slightly, but for a different reason.
Well, what worries me now is that people are watching this show that know you're on tour in Australia and are now going to turn up in the front row and possibly with crabs on.
Really? Well, I've got a knife, so...
Oh, yeah, you've got a knife, so...
What is the knife that you use and how do you use it?
It's just something that grew from a normal slide and using it in a vertical way to make a droning noise. Yeah, and then the slide was too short, so I got like a metal pipe from a tube, like a radiator tube. And then I lost that, and then I used a kitchen knife because that was what was available, and it made a great sound.
And where do you keep it while you're playing?
I've got like a big whammy bar on my guitar. It's like a semi-acoustic, and there's a gap on that bridge bit there where it slots into.
Did you have to smuggle it into the country, or...?
Yeah.
You did?
I usually put gaffer tape round it and then put stage prop on it.
Any terrorists watching, there's a good tip.
When you like... Have you put one of those automatic sharpeners into the guitar?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Groundbreakers. Your first question for 1 point. Spinderella was a member of what pioneering female rap group? Yes.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
Dang.
Next question for 2 points. What body of work is this from and who wrote it? Yes.
That's from the Ring Cycle, and it's written by Wagner.
Yes, it is. 2 points, Alan Bro. Finally, Bruce Gowers may not be a household name, but he changed the way music was played on television by directing the music video in 1975. For 3 points, name the song, the band, and how many thousands of English pounds it cost to make. Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. The band.
Queen.
Yes.
And it cost 100. There we go.
£100,000.
I'll give you a point if you get closer to it.
We'll see it's 100,000.
Yeah.
We'll raise it £1.
So you're saying it cost £100,000 and 1 extra pound.
Is that the right answer?
It actually cost 4,000. So these guys will. Sam.
Yes.
Now we know you as one of the Wiggles.
Yes.
You also have an album. You're releasing a solo album.
I do.
This is your album. It is Sam Moran, The Colour of Love.
That is it.
Hang on.
Brooding.
Hang on.
I love how brooding it is.
Is the colour of love yellow?
To you, perhaps, yes.
Look how brooding he is.
Very brooding.
Can you do... Oh, that's lovely.
It's all in the eyebrow.
Is it?
It's the...
That's awesome. Wow. And I like...
Hang on, show us Wiggle face. Yeah.
Wiggle face is like...
And then show us brooding face. While we're talking love,
Yes.
you married Dorothy the dinosaur.
Yes, a former Dorothy the dinosaur, yes.
Oh, does she get the costume on in the bed?
Has she ever come home from work and found you in the costume?
No, definitely not. No.
It's not what you think, darling.
I try to be brooding dressed as a dinosaur.
Is that weird at work? Like, did you meet her while you were at work and like, you had to kind of go and sneak off behind the bike sheds and, you know, like, you know, be scared you'd get caught with your hand around the dinosaur?
Not really. I mean, she's got the big green tail, obviously. But
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say something else.
But now we've got a little baby as well. But
What is it, a dinosaur baby?
Here's something I've never thought before. What kind of music will your kid be listening to? Do the other Wiggles have...
Yes, Anthony's got some young children, and they're all under 5, and they've become Wiggle fans as well. But they got bored with Dad the way he was, so they told him to put on the blue shirt and pretend to be Anthony. So I'm sure the same thing will happen to me.
You'll come home and they'll just be holding the dinosaur suit.
At the end of the first round, let's do a score check. Miff, Gemma, Tom, 2 points. Alan, Sam, Dave in front, 9 points.